The thing about the what is art discussion that's really fucking annoying is that 99% of the time when people are talking about whether or not something is art, what they're actually saying is whether or not it's art that they like. Just like next time you hear someone say, this isn't art, see if they're really saying, think about if they're really saying this is art that I don't like. Bolt Beam Linoone is a product, ingrained sandstorm, confused Rayla Leap is art. You know what? SFIA, I think you hit the fucking nail on the head. All right, check this out. Have I done it? Am I fast enough? Holy, wait, this is like really consistent, I think. This is really good. Unironically, this is good. I mean, to be fair, Golduck sweeps this without Illumise probably, right? I don't really know why I'm f***ing around with this so much. Just I'm doing it because it's cool is the answer. Which is probably also why a lot of cave paintings were made. Okay, we have testing to do, y'all. I know we have to beat Team Magma, actually. Hold on. You know what? Milotic, you got this one. Should grind on my gears till I zap cannon, missed and hit the dog. It was already like a 2 out of 10 before you added the part in the parentheses, and you somehow managed to get it down to like a -1. That's pretty impressive, actually. I mean, I've been wondering if this Magma doubles fight is sometimes not that easy. But it must be. It must be fairly shrimple, right? Shrimple as. Different Ruby Sapphire tier list would be from Emerald one. I think the biggest differences are the Norman fight and the champion fight. And then Pokemon availability, but I mean the champion fight being different is gonna change it a lot. I think personally Steven is probably a lot easier than Wallace. Wallace has that thing where like it's one of those boss fights that just spams the same type at you, and it gets kind of hard at some point, especially in an Elite Four, to have enough coverage for everything, you know? Because you can counter like 2 or 3 water Pokemon, but 6? Plus, and then Glacia also has a bunch of water types, like, but I mean, that doesn't really matter. The thing is more like, yeah, you eventually just run out of like water type counters. What I will say is that in Ruby and Sapphire, fire types are probably like a whole tier higher just because of the Steven fight. Because man, this happens over and over again in these tier list testings. Fire types are so useless, man. But also like water types are really good on Steven too. So it's like, yeah, the meta of like almost every vanilla and most non-vanilla Nuzlocke games is just always going to be water types, to be honest. Shrimple as. Is it this door? Yeah. Did I f*** up the children's puzzle? F***ed up the children's puzzle, y'all. Where does this go? Okay. I feel like last time I did it first try, but whatever, man. Is it down here? I already tried that. What the shrimp? I mean, there's only so many options, right? Did I try left? Okay, this is it. Nice. Okay, Earthquake TM is now available, y'all. Doesn't super matter, I think, but it is for some Pokemon just the best physical move apart from Return, right? Kind of intimidated right now. Hold on. Aggron's kind of goated at... Never mind. Didn't have a psychic move on this, unfortunately. Go here. That Crobat violated me, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Let me actually, while I'm here, set the Pacific Log fly point. Correct. They're calling him the best trainer dodger in the EU region. Shit. I thought he would turn earlier. Her ability pressure, the way she make my pee-pee go down. You know what? That is better than most that I've read in Twitch chat, which isn't a lot, but I think that one's pretty good. I'm gonna give you credit for that one. Oh, dive encounter. Duh. Okay. Let's talk about this. So it's Clamperl, Chinchu, Relicanth, always, no matter where you dive, and you get one dive encounter because it counts as one location. I'm not getting Relicanth this run, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pick up Chinchu. But we should figure this out now because I'm going to use pre-made save states for the final attempt. Relicanth is a 5%, but if you repel at level 35, you can dance. So because we're leading with a 35 Pokemon, we should only be able to encounter level 35 Pokemon, which means it should only be Relicanth and Clamperl. And because of the way that the distribution works, it should give them to us in a 50-50 split. I probably could have gone like level 33 or something, which would just increase the encounter rate. This is going to take a while because we're excluding all of the lower level Pokemon, which are a much larger percentage of the encounter pool, right? So every time it rolls the encounter and it gets one that's lower than level 35, we do not make that encounter. So we have to wait for it to roll exactly a level 35. So I probably should have just gone to level 31, to be honest. Let's actually do that. Hold on. Okay, so this should now give us more encounters, but it should still exclude all of the Chinchus exactly. And all of the level 20 to level 30 Clamperls. Okay, there's Relicanth. This for Relicanth, bitch, please. I don't think you're aware of the ramifications of encountering a Relicanth in this game. Don't worry, it'll all make sense. This seems to very much work. If it was distributed like it is with the lower level ones, with 65 Clamperl and 5% Relicanth, the chance to get 2 Relicanths in a row there would have been insanely low. Are they 100% Volt Absorb in this? No, they can be Illuminate, right? I'll just change the ability if it's wrong. There's nothing left in Cave of Origin, right? Everything else everything that can be encountered here can be encountered earlier. Same for the tower. Let me double check. And obviously same for Seafloor Cavern, which only has Zubat and Golbat. Sky Pillar, yeah, we're good. And Cave of Origin, we're also good. Okay. Dude, like 20 recover PP is... I keep harping on about this, but it can't be overstated how insanely good that is. Like 20? Really? I guess the thing is like recovery moves being really good. It's actually surprising how balanced they are. Considering as the game developer, you would just expect everyone to use potions, which is just better, right? Okay. Let's do our leveling. Juan is a fun fight to test, I think. Makes sense they nerfed recovery moves to 5 PP in Gen 9. Yeah, it makes sense that they did that 23 years later. So true. I do think recover already got nerfed to 10 once, right? Which seems like a lot when you're going from 20, but... You know what else seems like a lot when you're at 20? College. When really it's easy. You just find a guy that sells you Adderall. Hot tips from your boy right there. You can always count on me to give you good advice, you know. I don't think I have to test Macargo, y'all. In fact, I'm actually going to already write in what I think about him, and it's not going to be nice, but you guys are not going to know. One of the things about the fire types in this game is they're almost all just really slow. It's so hard to utilize. And then there's like no trainer that like super gets by fire types. Glacia has like a bunch of water types, and Steven's not in the game, and there's no grass gym leader or Elite Four member. Like, so what do you do as a fire type, you know? I guess like Ninetales is fast and it still doesn't really matter. It's got fast Will-O-Wisp, which is kind of cool, but... Okay, hold on. So you're done. I'm gonna start off right away with the Illumise shenanigans, because I think this is gonna be fucking insane. You're done. You're probably extremely good. You're done. Let's test the electric types. First and foremost, Lantern. And then Illumise with Volbeat setup. It's so cringe, because I disable the Windows sounds. I used to disable the Windows sounds, but literally every time you restart your machine, they get brought back up. So I'd have to like disable them every time before stream, which just doesn't seem worth it. Also, it's kind of funny. I always think an Excel sheet is listen, guys. I wonder if you could go into your Windows settings and replace that sound with the metal falling pipe sound. This is where Sceptile pops off, right? We'll see. I think, by the way, I think for me, so far, the worst Pokemon in the game is probably Huntail. Because it means you didn't get Relicanth, and more importantly, you didn't get Gorbis. And Huntail does absolutely nothing. Sunny day here. Yeah, we can try that too. But let me try this first. Kingdra should come out pretty late here, right? never mind. Nothing else has ice moves, I guess. This is not going to kill him. But I don't think he can kill me, right? Can he? Oh, he has Ice Beam. Never mind. Okay. Well, that's not great, is it? Can you Giga Drain out of range? That is a 2-hit KO. Because if that brings you back into range... This has a berry, though, right? Whew! Wait, he doesn't have a berry. He has a Lumberry. If you're willing to risk crit and dock your damage a little bit by going Aspear Berry here, that looks doable. You'd have to, like, calc if this Ice Beam is maybe a range. It probably depends on your Sceptile stats. We'll try Sunny Day after this. It might just be better. Dude, Leaf Blade is so sick in this game, I agree. It is... Leaf Blade in this game is better than it is in any other game also. Like, the Gen 4 Leaf Blade is so ass. Okay, let's try Sunny Day Solar Beam. My favorite Midwest emo band. Obviously, Love Disc is awkward here, right? Because this can attract you or Sweet Kiss you. And then Kingdra can double team. Well, I guess you could probably start on... You could start in Overgrow here, right? Like, what is Love Disc gonna do? We have Taunt at this point, right? Can't freeze there. You're dead to crit, but I mean, that's not better than the Overgrow strat. We're actually not an Overgrow, right? No potion turn. So this is about as good as starting an Overgrow. But the Love Disc attracting you kind of sucks, but I think you have to get really unlucky, right? Because it super can't kill you. Like, the only thing you're worried about is attract into, like, double confusion, right? I guess we're docking our damage a little bit now. Okay, that's not a kill. It seems like the regular Solar Beam start is just best, right? Yeah, Giga Drain stuff can also work. Yeah, I guess this is a problem, huh? He doesn't see kill with Earthquake. I don't do that much damage, though. Oh, he did Amnesia, I guess. I'm dead to EQ, right? Okay. Watch this. Look at how f***ing good this Pokemon is. Now we go back to Lantern. I'm kind of dead. It does get Kingdra last if you do this. That's pretty decent shockwave damage, but I took too much damage. I think Lantern can solo this, maybe. Okay, this is not winning. Okay. Let's see how the solo Kingdra matchup goes, then. Like, this should be pretty winnable, right? I mean... I don't know. The thing is, like, you have no recovery unless you teach Rest TM. And, I suppose you could go Rain Dance Thunder. You do also eventually trigger the Whiscash switch, but I mean, that's fine, right? Goodbye, my boy Ludicolo. He's unfortunately out of Giga Drain PP now. And you're eventually going to get Ice Beam frozen. You definitely run Rain Dance Thunder. Yeah, the problem is it's a Shockwave is a forward KO, so he can infinitely rest you, loop you, and run you out of PP. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about Shell Bell. That's actually a Genius idea. Wolf, you're fucking cooking. Because I kind of ignored Shalbell because it's bad, but when you don't have leftovers... No, this is really good, actually. Let me actually check back if there's other Pokemon that I think would benefit from this. Probably like all the water types, right? Dude, what is this seeking note? What was I cooking? Horn Drill the Kingdra, baby. Caesar, baby. F you, Monday, baby. Caesar's steak. Yeah, Monday. Caesar's XP share to level up mid-fight for that extra 1%, baby. Monday. Yeah, steak, baby. So true. Okay, whatever. I have no idea if rain is up right now or not. Let me just thunder. That's a 2-hit KO. Okay, you don't even need Shell Bell there. Like, that's just easy. I want to see if you can save your Rain Dance TM if you run Shell Bell, but probably not. I mean, you don't heal enough, I think, but if you can start rest looping him... Yeah, Thunder ignores accuracy check in Rain. I already know that this beats it if you have Rain Dance and Thunder, but you only have one Rain Dance TM, and I have a suspicion that you might want it for E4, maybe. Well, there might be times when you want it for E4, I guess. Now we need to start shockwaving. This is really iffy. Maybe rest here? Yep. Oh, we won. Okay. That was Shell Bell value. And you know what? Castform. Where are you, little guy? Where's my little big titty normal type? Can set up rain for lantern, Smile. Wait, actually, he probably can set up rain for himself and start thundering the Kingdra. His stats are probably just too bad, but... Oh, Milo also gets it. Oh, the fact that Milo tick. Okay, Castform's gonna be the worst Pokemon in the game. Alright, show us how it's done, Ludi. Probably want to Giga Drain there. Let's just surf. Save Giga Drain PP. I don't think you're gonna win versus Kingdra. Wait, isn't Rainish a Gen 4 ability? Gen 3? Wait, really? It is an EK, I just always assumed that they added it later. Yeah, hold on, okay. This is the Ludicolo set. It's potion turn? Nice. Okay. You start out with a Giga Drain as long as there's no double teams up. Okay, we're out of Giga Drains. Use some Bullet Seeds while you can. The biggest problem is freeze, right? You probably run Aspire Berry. Nature Power is not going to be hitting. Is that true? Can Swift from Nature Power miss? I mean, it just doesn't do any damage, and the problem is he's going to rest loop you eventually, right? I mean, maybe you can outlast it if you dodge 2 freezes. Like, you can PP stall this probably, right? The healing also just isn't enough. You could run Protect, though. Yeah, I think you can PP stall this. Just leave it at full HP. And just spam Protect, Rain Dance, and like some other dog shit move that doesn't do damage. So that he doesn't use turns resting or sleep talking. Let's try that. Yeah, this sucks. Okay. Oh, Ludi plus Macargo for the PP stall. All right, we found a niche for them. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. I mean, just waste a turn early. If you water pulses, that's perfect. You encore. Call my girl Item Finder the way she spot that PP up. That's really good. Okay, he's encored. We go to Volbeat. Now we just Tail Glow until we get confused twice. Well, until we get confused once, I guess. Or until Encore runs out. I think Volbeat is usually fast enough for this. It might not outspeed Kingdra. I think you could probably do this on Wallace too. On Wallace is a little bit harder with Wailord, but I think you need to teach Sunny Day to Illumise. This looks really good. Okay, we are slower than Kingdra, so we can lose here. Do we get Shockwave? Holy, I mean, that's a crit. But that looks phenomenal. You can still get unlucky here. But I mean, worst case, if you get confused twice, you just go back to Illumise, you heal up, and you try again, right? Like, you should actually pretty easily be able to go... You can even pass, like, Wish Healing to Volbeat. Aren't Volbeat and Illumise mutually exclusive? Nah, they're in an open relationship. That's a good response. See, chat is kind of funny today. Okay, so if this happens, watch. We go back here. This is so sick. This is so cool. Tail glow. Tail glow. I think now you just play for the snap out. We're still going. Look at him go. That's not a lot of shockwave damage. Huge crit. Okay, not super good. I think you Thunderbolt turn 1 for sure. That looks really good. If you do the pChal on Love Disc, you can actually even afford to run Aspir Berry. Huge. The only thing is, like, you probably don't want to risk this because, well, I don't know. Seeing Volbeat's damage output there made me kind of iffy about whether or not he can do this on Wallace. I'm gonna try Shell Bell Kingdra. Does this get Dragon Dance? 62. Well, wait, what about Horsey? Horsey gets it at 50, so we can do Dragon Dance Kingdra for E4. Okay, I have a crazy idea. Facade Kingdra? Average attack Kingdra, Silk Scarf, Poisoned Facade on this Love Disc. And this is definitely not killing. And then he just Earthquakes you, right? Or he just Amnesias. Guaranteed wanted KO. Oh, this is probably not a guaranteed wanted KO, though. This is probably just really bad. Oh, I was playing to agility at some point. Okay, give me Shell Bell. Hold on. This is terrible. What am I doing? Okay, Kingdra's popping off. Hold on. I just want... That's actually a lot of damage from Twister. That looks like a 3-8 KO to me. Okay, wait. Does he learn any move that does, like, good damage to the Celio? Probably not, right? Okay, this is stupid. Let's see the 1v1 matchup, though. I mean, if you get lucky, we are doing really good damage, but we're getting lucky with these hits. Yeah, I mean, we eventually lose, right? Yeah, now we're out of Twisters. Okay. Alright, set up Amnesia here. Kind of need to get this Ingrain off. That's a lot of damage. I probably need to go to +6 with Amnesia though. Hold on. Alright, Kingdra, you and me, baby. Alright, I don't think this works, guys. Juan went out with my dad. Good for them! You know what? Juan does seem like the perfect post-divorce boyfriend for the husband. Like, if your parents got divorced because your dad realized he's gay, wouldn't you love for Juan to be the guy he ends up with? Yeah, I don't think Cradley has the sauce for anything else personally, but we'll see. Well, it has the sauce to beat this Whiscash, I assume. Look at that. Okay, Raindan stopped. I want to see how much Boom does. Not enough. Okay. I'd hate my gay stepdad to be Berg. Yeah. You know what? I think maybe... I probably agree. I don't know. Berg just kind of seems like an asshole. Berg is in it for the direct relationship, no peripherals. What does that mean? Okay, what if you rain dance here? I mean, it's pretty solid, no? Like, let's say we don't open with it at all, right? Let's just say we run up like a Linoone here. I do wanna try Seviper. Okay, slower than Love Disc, not a good start. That's actually almost a kill. And now it's potion turn. Huge. Huge comeback. That's so much damage. I mean, you could come in on this and haze. Or you just haze on like the he had kill. This is not advisable whatsoever. Ooh. Okay, so Viper, you're cooked, bro. Like, what if you just raw come in, you know? You guys know what I'm saying? I mean the electrode. What does that look like? And then you rain dance. Slower in rain. I mean... that doesn't seem safe at all. Probably best to come in on like Celio, right? Okay, Sharpedo, you doing anything, buddy? Am I crazy to think that Sharpedo would actually be kind of chill to hang out with? Like, he seems like he's actually not that bad. Bro literally has pedo in his name. Yeah, I mean, he's got like a weird sense of humor, but who doesn't? Taunt here. Crunch. Wait, taunt Sharpedo? Maybe? You're slower, bro. Really? Is this minus speed? Was he seriously faster there? This is not enough damage anyway. I mean, I don't know. If you are faster, Sharpedo would eat you and feel great. 12 of V Shark speed ties Kingdra. Okay, let's see if we have a faster... What happens if we have a faster Sharpedo? Because the average Sharpedo does outspeed this. I wonder if there are wild Pokemon attacks. Dude, this has to... Some of you have to be living in like a simulation or something. I really don't understand what's going on, man. That's the first thing that anyone tells you in the game is that you can't go in the tall grass without Pokemon because otherwise the Pokemon are going to attack you. That's like the core premise of the world. Jesus Christ. All right, I mean, this is just dog shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't really see what Sharpedo does here. Let's do Linoone real quick. See if there's anything interesting to glean from that. Wait, can you have Belly Drum at this point, actually? You can. Zigzagoon is level 41. Although this means you're not using Linoone for any of the fights where he's good previously. But I mean, it's worth trying. I feel like this just works. You just go Prismberry, right? And the Love Disc can't kill you. I mean, Attract can f you up, I suppose. Yeah, you're not dead to crit there. This is just a win, right? You should be fast enough for everything. There's probably a lot of fights where you can do that. I mean, Phoebe comes to mind. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Do we ever just, like what move are we running on Milo? It'd be funny to run, like, Marvel Scale pre-burn Facade. I think that's maybe not bad, right? I want to try that. Pretty respectable damage, I'm not gonna lie. Does damage. Let's hit him with a recover immediately. Oh my god, he does no damage. Look at this shit. Wait. Look at this earthquake. Holy. This probably makes you use too many recovers too early, right? Oh yeah, also Celio Body Slam is another consideration for pre-poison Marvel Scale. I think this is good. Kind of running out of Facade PP here. Yeah, now you just PP stall the Milo, right? The Kingdra. I want to see Facade damage. Okay, that's nothing. Ooh, should we? Was that a crit? Let's refresh here. Okay, we're totally fine. Now it's getting a little bit ridiculous. But I mean, he's already out of Ice Beams at this point. Now you can probably just win, right? Alright, Cradley's gonna win this one. Yeah, lots of ways to do this with Milo. I think Grumpig might have the sauce, though. Okay. You kind of have to give it +6. But... damn, that's it? Not bad? I'm running out of PP. Okay, copy the double teams. This is so stupid. Does Golduck get, like, anything we can put on him here? It gets Aerial Ace. Wait, do we get a Swagger TM? Tutor. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna test it with Strength. It's probably just gonna work. Wait, Mimic for rest? But you'd have to... I mean, like, you can time it on a rest turn. We'll see. Okay, just for demonstration purposes here real quick. Seems like a poor use of your Calm Mind TM. I don't know. I'm gonna say that that's cap. Why is balding a Twitch category? Bro, what do you mean? You don't think the group of balding men should have support like that? You don't think we should have systems that support us? That's kind of f***ed up, man. Anyway, this is where the good shit happens. Am I confused right now? There we go. That looks a lot better if you have return, I think. It's a 3-8 KO. That's what you need. Just don't get frozen. This works. Probably a lot easier with return. Golduck seems kind of not bad, man. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wait, was I +4 last time? Wait, this is really good. Dude, Emerald has a surprising amount of tech. Can go not only in 3 more runs because I'm bad. It's a beast, man. Don't feel bad. Like, the amount of that we have to go through to figure out these strats for this fight is legitimately kind of crazy. I mean, if he clicks Water Pulse, it's scary. This is just the same as Electrode. I probably could have just told you that. I'm not gonna lie, the electric types are kind of mid in this game, considering how useful you think they would be, you know? Okay, I want to see how Galalie does on Kingdra, just like damage-wise. Alright, Galalie, show us. That's really good damage, but that was a crit. That's what I thought. Okay. Wait, Galalie's gonna win. Holy sh! Wait, how did he do that? Alright, Grumpig. Wait, let's do Flygon real quick. I mean, that's a kill. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's about how I imagined that going. Okay, Grumpig. Show him how it's done. I need one more Calm Mind, please. Thank you. Okay. Let's see it, Grumpig. See the shockwave damage. Is there any decent fast level up method and sword? I don't remember. God damn. I mean, like, it's a 2 KO. We know that. Yeah, I mean, no, that's pretty good. You probably don't even need to set up that much, right? Okay, if you are confused, just Calm Mind. Maybe pop a Recover in there. Okay. Dude. Please, bro. Okay. Still confused, by the way. Still confused. He's already out of water pulses. Zam, please! There we go. I mean, this is just faster than Kingdra, so it's actually just easy, right? This is probably one of the easiest sweeps you can do if you don't get super unlucky with confusion. Should probably find out how many Calm Minds we need to kill Kingdra. +2 should be enough. Damn, okay. Okay, let's try Kadabra. The average Kadabra should be fast enough, right? And then I'm assuming you need like plus maybe 4. Alright, that's easy enough. Beautifly should absolutely get Calm Mind, man. What a tragedy. Okay, two-shotting that is kind of hype. Okay, wait, Attract? Yeah. I think Beautifly is probably second worst Pokemon in the game. Who else have we had who's done absolute Nose Pass might be up there. Corsola has also done all. Well, no, I guess Corsola is a free encounter, so that one's not that bad. True, Nose Pass has Magnet Pull. If Skarmory is good, then... Well, like, the thing with Skarmory is the other 2 Pokemon on that route are complete, absolute useless ass. With Macargo and Spinda, so... Okay, Pelly. I'm not really sure what I'm expecting from you here. Baiting that Whiscash is kind of nice. Now what? You're neutral to Ice Beam, so it's just bad, right? Yeah. I think Huntail is by far the worst one. Beautifly just kind of offends me and how it... The thing is Beautifly solos Brawly, right? You're not guaranteed to have a box that does really well into Brawly, I think. Yeah, having Huntail means you missed out on either Gorbis or the Reggies. Honestly, +1 is all I need. Sunny Day, bulk up Shell Bell. This looks pretty good. Okay, hot take. You focus punch here. It's that easy. And now he's stuck in the heel loop. The most important thing about this pincer set, this isn't consistent, but this is just like hype. I don't know, that looks pretty good to me. But yeah, you could just go to +2. Okay. Yeah, now you just take more setup here. He's gonna rain dance. Plus, I don't know if +3 is enough to kill Kingdra with return. I think you maybe need +4, right? Damn, this Pokemon is kind of sick. You can kind of set up infinitely here, right? Did he rain dance? I think he rain dance. I was supposed to Sunny Day there. What a fantastic Pokemon this is. Let's see it, Pincer. He's charging! Woo! Disgusting. Now let's see Facade Dodrio. I don't really know why I'm testing that when Swellow doesn't work, but... Okay, hold. Unlucky. Ooh, with 1 rage boost though? Alright, check this. We taunt. We rage. Okay, you can only rage twice. But that's maybe enough. Maybe? Remember, you can be adamant. If you feel like your attack is too low, maybe you just go Hyper Beam, which has mischance obviously, but holy cinema. Look at him go! This is good, man! Can Dodrio just do this against every fight? This probably works, well, I guess Winona is hard because of Skarmory. But this might work on E4, yeah. The thing is, like, usually the leads don't have this little damage potential. You can't do it on Drake because of Rock Tomb. You can't do it on Phoebe because Dusclops can't hit you. It's rough on Glacia because of Body Slam Para. And Wailord does too much damage. So no. Okay, this is the one fight Dodrio can do this on, I think. That's actually pretty f***ing good. Solves the same problem as Golduck. That's true, but it's more... I guess both are... Dude, the Safari Zone just has so many cool Pokemon. What a treat. You know what's ass? Is that you might just not get any of them because they can just run. God, I love Whiscash back spray so much. It seems kind of chopped as f***, but... Should probably save Earthquakes. Oh, I didn't max my... That's no damage whatsoever. But I mean, yeah, okay. I get the idea. Okay. Let's see this Kecleon thing. Okay, so the idea is you give this color change by hitting a skill swap. Then you Aerial Ace, turn it into a flying type. Rain Dance. You probably just want to do that with a water type, but Just for demonstration purposes here. Also, please attack me once. I want to see the damage. Thunder. Oh, I'm Swift Swim, so I'm actually faster. Wait a second. Yo, that's crazy damage. He doesn't do any, dude. Kecleon special defense is nuts. Oh, wait, yeah, you can skill swap back. Wait. Yeah, now we become an ice type. Which means we can get frozen! Unless it happens before the type change happens, it's fine. It's totally fine. Nice. Oh, but now his water pulse is powered up. I think skill swapping back is probably a mistake. I don't know. Oh. It's fine. Para? Ooh, skill swap bypasses accuracy. Perfect. Wait. This works. Don't freeze me. It's so free. This is sick. Wait, there's another Pokemon. If I was Swift Swim now, I would have it, by the way. Maybe I'm faster? Nope. Okay, sorry, Kecleon. Alright, that's Juan test, and let's do this one more time. Just for the fun of it, and to actually clear the save file. I don't know why I thundered there. I keep messing this up. We got him. Demon down, y'all. Demon down. Alright. Christ. Yeah, the most consistent way to do it is just to use another Pokemon. With, another Pokemon with Thunder. Ideally, like a water type. Yeah, Lantern is one. Is there, like, a guaranteed one that we could use here? Oh, if Starmie gets Thunder, then it's Starmie, yeah. Well, that's it for the week. That was a very fun round of testing. Juan is always really fun to find strats on. Thank you guys. Thank you, Wolf, for the help. Have a beautiful weekend. Go outside, go meet some people. Bye.